Hello and welcome to the April 2021 Bricklink sales review. Now, I've been making these videos for almost a year now, and I pretty much just try to track a couple of different numbers here. We have monthly sales, orders, lots sold, items sold, and then monthly spending. Now, for those of you that don't know, my store is actually closing down. This is a decision I made a while back. And I'd like to keep my offer out there that if anyone's interested in buying all of the store or a majority of it, feel free to contact me at blackerbricks@gmail.com. It's spelled the same way as my channel. Obviously, there are no spaces, and you can also find it at the About page on my YouTube channel. Anyways, let's jump into this. So, at the end of the March 2021 video, I created a couple of goals I had for April, and I have I have listed them all down over here. The first one was at least 20 orders. So I'm just going to go back and forth and show you exactly the actual order value. Unfortunately, we did not get to the 20 mark. It was only about 15. And I don't know, I guess I could attribute it to a couple things. The end of the month was surprisingly slow. I mean, I guess I could show you a whole breakdown of the dates. I'm not going to do that, but the Easter sale at the very beginning of April helped a lot. I'm going to say that for sure. Maybe almost half the orders came from that. So I'd like to hold more, I guess, seasonal sales. I do regret not holding any May the 4th sale. I guess I didn't really have any Star Wars stock, so it didn't make too much sense just putting a sale. But I guess it's something to look out for. So I will be stating my goals at the end of this video too, so I can look back at in June. Okay, anyways, continuing on. So I had the goal of $300 to $350 in monthly sales. I am pretty glad to say that I think I went beyond that. We have $386, and that's actually very close to previous months. I mean, I don't really care that much about the specific number. I'm glad that it is larger than 300, though. Okay, so moving on, this is an interesting one, and this is average order value. Now, some of you might think that, oh, this is a very specific one. I think it's important because I see a lot of small orders on Brick Owl. Now, you might have noticed that this is a Bricklink video. I do sell on Brick Owl, but I don't really go and make videos on that. I feel like the data is not as interesting. Honestly, maybe I can include that next time. Those orders tend to be way smaller. If I was to actually look at the average order value, obviously not including shipping, it would be maybe like 30-40 cents. Maybe there are a couple of large orders that might skew that, but Bricklink tends to have much larger orders, at least in my store. So the average order value this previous month came out to $25.75. A little bit of a dip from previous month. I'm still happy with it. I do like that number 25. As you might have noticed, it is obviously lower than what my goal was, but to be honest, I'm not too bummed out about it. So an interesting thing I didn't actually include in my last video is lots sold. I had no goal for this, so I guess it's still pretty good that I think I almost tripled my previous months, and I sold 322 lots. That obviously took a lot of time. I guess no pun intended there. The greater the number of lots, the longer it takes to pack an order, as some of you may know that have picked and packed orders. My system for packing orders, as some of you also might know, is using the impulse sealer, so it is obviously a little bit time consuming. I obviously need to continue to work on finding a little bit more of an efficient method. And the average lots per order, which I just did 322 divided by 15, is going to be 21. So that's, again, well, common sense. It's 3 times the average lots per order from last month. So I am glad to get that number up because as someone that is trying to clear out their store, it's important to move out lots, right? Items are fine, but lots are really the most important thing. So I'm also glad to say that lots of people placed orders in which entire drawers and bins were cleared out. So that's a great thing. I think one thing I want to focus on this coming month is getting used pieces on sale. So that is definitely something I can look to complete. Okay, so items sold. This is one number I am very glad with. My goal for this month was 2,000, and I am pretty sure I surpassed that with the pretty great 4,137 items. I think I started this month of April, I'm gonna say. Yeah, sorry, just spaced out for a second. Yes, so I started out April with roughly 25,000 items, maybe give or take a little bit, and now currently I think I'm sitting at just over 20,000, so maybe 20,200, 300. So I guess I'm glad to see that. As I'm saying this, I'm realizing that the math is not completely adding up. It would have to be closer to 20,900 right now for it to have been 2,500. So maybe it was around 2,400. I think the important thing right now for me to share is that I sold a lot of items. Now, as I said, I still have roughly 20,000 items in my store. I know that number is a little bit deceiving. I do have a lot of small parts in my inventory, studs, plates, small things like that, right? When I say studs, I mean 1x1 round plates, for those of you that aren't familiar with that term. So lots of small parts that I guess make the inventory seem like there's a lot more. It's like some of those Lego sets where they have a ton of small pieces and you see the piece count, 5,000, oh my god, and oh, maybe it's not that many pieces, right? So similar idea there. Again, sort of getting off track there. The average items per order came out to 275.8, so a very big number there. There were certainly some massive orders. I think by item count, I might have had my largest order. And yeah, that's great. So obviously monthly spending was 0, right? I can't be spending any money if I'm going to be closing the store. So spending on the Bricklink store itself was none. Now, Lego investing, you could look at it as the same thing, but I like to hold the finances and all that stuff separate. That's obviously in a different video. Finally, profit is pretty straightforward. All I do there is I just take the monthly sales and I subtract the monthly spending. So that's pretty straightforward. Finally, I thought I'd take a look at the totals. I don't think I did. I took a look at that last time because it was just a single month. So let's take a look at what we have. So yearly sales for 2021 holds at currently $778.22. Nothing crazy, but I am glad to see that. We have only 29 orders. I guess, I mean, the store has been open since March 14th or 15th now, and today currently is May 6th. So it's been, what, I think, not 90, oh my god, what is happening to me? 45 days or so, maybe give or take a little bit, maybe closer to 50 days. So, I don't know, maybe I expected more. I feel that a store at the size that it is right now, I mean, I know I don't have a ton of lots, but just by item count, I don't know, maybe I assumed that I'd get more orders. So average order value, and all these averages, obviously you can't really add them. I guess I could find a cumulative average of all these, but I'm not going to do that for now. Total lots sold this year is 432. Glad with that number. Obviously it's a little bit deceptive maybe because there obviously are the repetitions, right? So if one person buys let's say, I'm just going to give an example of a minifigure, Harry Potter minifigure, and then another person buys that, right? And they all buy one quantity, it's going to show as 4 lots, but in reality, it's just the same lot 4 times. So I don't think I should fool myself and say, wow, I got rid of 432 lots. It's more like 432 separate lots, right? Not even unique. So I don't know, I guess you should take that number with a grain of salt. Now, items sold is pretty much just as it seems, right? Whatever I started with at the beginning of this year, maybe 26,000, that is gone, right? So I'm glad to see that number is pretty big. Profit, yep, I guess same thing as monthly sales. So it's been good. Let me know what you guys think. Hope everyone's store is doing well. As always, feel free to check out some of my other sales videos. Got lots of stuff like that. And more videos coming soon. I know the upload schedule has been erratic, but I'm trying to get back on track. Maybe if not every day, we can get a little bit more of a consistent, maybe every other day. I will finalize that and maybe discuss with you guys what the channel might be looking like in the later half of this year, now that Bricklink related content is done. My focus has slightly shifted away from investing. I still am doing it, but I don't know if I want to be making videos on that like every week or even every month. So We'll have to check in with that. Once again, thank you so much for being awesome, guys. I will see you around.